Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If you don't know already, my name is Willow Rose Moon Dancer. That is my magical name. Last week we talked about like an overview of Wicca, and I guess today we're going to continue that trend and talk about a little bit more about the generals on Wicca. So the first thing we're going to talk about is something that we kind of touched on a little bit in the first video of this series. So we see our divine in nature, which means that we believe that nature and the environment should be honored, and we believe that it should be respected. Things in nature like plants, animals, the soil, the elements, we all believe these things are sacred. And so that's why you'll find that a lot of Wiccans are very environmentally friendly, if you will. We really believe in composting, recycling. We can't stand to see litter on the side of the road. Like, we are very much involved, or at least we try to be very involved within the environment. Another thing that I haven't talked about yet at all is the threefold law. This is kind of like a take on karma. So the threefold law, essentially people have different beliefs on what exactly that means. Some people think that if you curse somebody, that you will be cursed something 3 times as bad as what you cursed the other person. I personally believe that if you do something that is wrong, something of that same level will come back to you, but not only will it harm you in the same way that it harmed that person, but it'll harm you in all 3 realms. It'll harm you physically, it'll harm you mentally, and it'll harm you spiritually. And with that, a way that we kind of avoid this altogether is one of our big beliefs that pretty much every Wiccan follows is harm none, do what you will. So as long as you're not harming anybody, you don't really have to worry about the threefold rule or the threefold law, because you're not doing anything wrong, so you don't have to worry about it. But another thing about Wicca is our ancestors. We feel a very deep connection with them. We also feel that we can connect to the spiritual world, which means we believe that we can connect like personally with our ancestors, even though they have passed on. So it's very common for a Wiccan to feel as though their ancestors are watching over them and they give us advice on a day-to-day basis. It's probably quite common to have an ancestor as a spirit guide, which is something I'll talk about in another video if you're interested. And then to further develop on magic, which we talked about last week. So with magic, I said that I believed that magic was like the law of attraction, where if you think something that you want or need, it'll come back to you and you will get it. But it's that amplified into something much more powerful by using different objects, different things that correspond with what you want, like various herbs and candles and stuff like that. But not only do I think magic is made through that, but I also believe that it's made through our energy, the energy of the earth, and the energy of the divine. So I feel as though when we put all of these things together to get what we want, we're also adding in all of that energy, which is why when we do magic, we often do it in a sacred circle, which is kind of like a big force field around us, if you will, that we create through energy. And it locks all the energy that we create when we're making our magic. So it's like this big bubble ready to burst. And then when we finally release our sacred circle, the energy just like booms out. And that's why it's so effective, because it's using all these different energies. Another thing about Wicca is that we believe that we are responsible for our actions. So I'm sure lots of religions do this, but as a former Christian, I refer to Christianity a lot because that is the one I know. So I know in Christianity, if something good happens, if you do something good, you say it's a work of God. If you say that if you did something wrong, you say it was because of the devil. But in Christianity, in Wicca, we don't believe in the devil. We don't believe that our God controls us. So we believe that we are responsible for our own actions. And in saying that, we believe that we are the ones to deal with our consequences. So in Christianity, you don't necessarily get in trouble if you do something wrong, because Jesus already paid for your consequences. He already died on the cross for you. So you don't have to worry about going to hell and if you're saved. And so you can do all the bad you want and the consequences don't come. At least that's how I interpret the Bible. I could be wrong, but that's how I always interpreted it. But in Wicca, there is no saved, there is no hell, there is no heaven, there is no Jesus who takes care of all of our sins. What we do is what we do, and we have to pay those consequences with real life actions. And the last thing that I want to talk about today is converting others. A big part of Christianity is witnessing to others and trying to get others to believe in your faith. Because I guess to Christians, if you don't believe in their faith, you're going to hell, and they want to save you, so they have good intentions when they do it. But the thing with Wicca is that we don't believe in a heaven or a hell. We don't believe that whatever religion you believe in affects what happens to you when you die. We all think we're going to the same place. So what others believe in, as long as they're not harming anybody, does not bother us a bit. We believe that everybody has their own path to follow, and they are going to learn their own lessons during that path, and they're going to hit their goals. They're gonna achieve so many things, and what religion they follow while they're doing that makes no difference at all. But yeah, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to my blog and to my YouTube channel so you can get notifications when I post. I also have a Twitter if you would like to see that. I like to make lots of updates and stuff on what I'm posting and whatnot on there. But yeah, until next time, blessed be.